Localized flooding will be possible right through Friday morning. Good Wednesday night, East Tennessee. David Aldrich, Captain Accurate here from the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center. Well, you can see all the rain that's all filling in. Now, this is relatively light, and it's going to build to a crescendo. It's going to really peak during Thursday night's time frame, and it may, in fact, affect parts of the drive home on Thursday evening. So I want to make sure you're aware it's going to come in stages. There's bigger problems elsewhere. Memphis, Shelby County under an ice storm warning. Yeah, they're going to get a lot of freezing rain, and it's going to extend all the way up toward Bowling Green in Louisville and Lexington, Kentucky for the ice storm concerns. But if you look at this storm realistically, from places like Albuquerque, New Mexico, all the way up into central Maine, we're talking a span of over 2,500 miles. This is a storm that's going to be certainly one to be felt. Everyone's going to feel the effects of this one way or another, so there's a high surprise factor. Oh, I didn't know it was going to be that bad. It could be. And again, wind advisories gusting 55 miles per hour for the Smokies will last until midnight tonight. We can see a little hint of green there in southern Blount County, where winds may be gusting well over 25 or 30. But again, that's estimated from our computer. But get 7-mile-an-hour winds in Knoxville, which really isn't that bad, all things considered. We did exceed our expectations, at least my expectation. Got to 61. Yesterday was 62, so not quite as warm, but pretty close. 50 degrees is the normal high for this time of year, and 75, the record set back in 2016, just a few years ago. 61, the high temperature today in Knoxville, 60 in Maryville, only 55 though in Oak Ridge. Weren't you calling for 54 today? Oh yeah, I guess I was off by 1 degree in Oak Ridge, but considerably more at McGee-Tyson. Temperatures right now as of 8 o'clock, 46 in La Follette, 48 in Wartburg, and 50 in Kingston. Winds are moving 7 miles an hour out of the northwest. We've got a 51 degree temperature. Relative humidity is at 86%. 24-hour temperature change. We're a little bit warmer now as compared to where we were this time yesterday, but we have a lot more clouds, and those clouds are leaking. They're dripping. We've got more rain in the forecast tonight and tomorrow, and there is a tapping of the low-level jet stream. All that moisture coming off of Mexico and from the Pacific Ocean is just fire hosing in this direction. So you have all that moisture in the form of clouds and rain, and in some cases ice and snow directed and aimed in the direction of New England. So there is a connection here. This is a powerful storm system as we've tapped into some of the energy with that low-level jet. Future snowfall shows most of the snow in central Illinois, maybe even central Indiana, but they may pick up an inch or more in northern Kentucky. Paducah about 1.4, and they'll get some icy pellets. Some sleet will be found in places like Paducah and also Lexington and even Memphis, but really hard-pressed to get into East Tennessee. It's going to be confined to the north and west because of the orientation of the front. And the future freezing rain, you knew there'd be some. There's going to be well in excess of an inch or more in places like Memphis, 1.33 inches, about 1.25 inches in Lexington, potentially, if this were to verify, and that's going to put some stress on trees. Trees will begin to sag, power lines will go down, transformers will pop. It's not a pretty scene. They will be probably without power, not just for hours, but possibly days, maybe weeks before power is fully restored in places like Memphis or Lexington. That's still yet to be determined, but we'll have to wait and see. Future rainfall, future freezing rain here locally, it looks like it's just going to barely make it across the state line. Most of it in southeast Kentucky, just a little bit of freezing rain, just enough to make your day or morning interesting, because this will come down more likely in the early hours of your Friday. Precipitation types, freezing rain has warm air nosing in, and even a little bit of a wedge for the icy pellets, but a little bit of freezing rain to the north would not be out of the question. So our headlines, we're looking for more rain tonight and Thursday. Heaviest rain comes in Thursday night, which I will illustrate, and localized flooding will be possible. Here's the bigger picture. You see all that rain coming in here, but some of that moisture will be scattered as we head into tomorrow. More snow across parts of Michigan and into parts of New England, and more heavier snows in places that don't like to see it, like Texas. Oh yeah, they're getting more freezing rain in pink near Dallas. Again, ice storm, not what they want or have ordered. But the future rainfall for us, I said 2 to 3. Is that reasonable? Come on. The Weather Service going 3 or 4. There could be more than 3 inches, and that is certainly a possibility. This would suggest 3.5 around Oak Ridge and 3.25 around Sevierville. But not all of them would agree. Some are a little more less bullish. Maybe say future rainfall, maybe a little more than 1.5 inches to 2 in Knoxville, 2.25, 2.5 around Oak Ridge. So even if you took a blend of these two scenarios, because I wanted to give you two extremes, we're still going to be dealing with a lot of water in a short period of time. We we average about 4.81 inches in February. That's rain and melted snow. I'm wise enough to know that when it's February, it can come down to snow. But if you were to melt the snow and add up all the rain, we average about 4.81 inches in the month. So we could get a half a month's worth, potentially, or more in just a few short days. Here's the futurecast. Shows this front slicing like so. Lots of pink here between Memphis and Louisville. Lexington, not a pretty scene. But once that front begins to move away, there may be, in some modeling, a little bit of freezing rain in East Tennessee briefly. But that really will not characterize the main event. It's going to be mainly a liquid event for us with sunshine to follow on Saturday. And I think you're going to like the extended forecast because it stays pretty dry. But this, I think, really shows the story. It tells the story graphically because the drive home on Thursday could be challenging, especially if you're in the plateau. This is 3 o'clock. It's coming down in buckets in Jamestown. By 4 o'clock, it's coming down in buckets in Oneida and Crossville. By 6 o'clock, would you say or would you not agree? Heavy rain in red from Athens to Kingston, Oak Ridge, possibly Hardin Valley, Farragut. By 6 o'clock, coming down in buckets. And some of that rain, again, will be locally heavy right through 7, 8, 9 o'clock. And then it begins to slow down. And maybe just on the exit, we start to see some of that pink. There it is. This one's a little more aggressive with the freezing rain in the plateau. That's 5 a.m. Friday, where they're in the 20s in Jamestown, but upper 30s in Knoxville. Big difference. 8, 10 degrees. That's a big difference, Aldrich. Yes, I know. But you may be dealing with a little bit of ice on your Friday morning, so you want to make sure you stay tuned and watch how this develops or evolves because it will be very fluid. Then we'll get more sunshine heading into the weekend. So for tonight, 45 the low, more rain, gray skies, winds light and variable, essentially here in the valley, stronger winds in the Smokies. Tonight we're down to 46, Oak Ridge, 46 in Kingston, 46 in Maryville, Alcoa, 63 tomorrow. It's warm, gray skies and warm, but it's rainy with some fog. Winds will have 5 to 15 plus. We should make it into the mid 60s in Tellico Plains, Athens, even Newport by tomorrow afternoon. Here's your Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast for Knoxville and East Tennessee. 48 on Friday. That's a cascading down. You notice the arrow? There it is pointing down. So that's like a midnight to 2 a.m. high. Someone says, why would you put that there? Because I can't help it if you sleep through the high. It's going to occur likely between midnight and 2 a.m. But you'll spend most of the day in the 30s. Oh, yeah. And then sunshine will be lucky to hit 40 on Saturday. Lucky to hit 50 on Sunday, and we're holding in the 40s much of early next week with overnight lows generally in the 20s. By the way, you can keep track of it all using the Captain Accurate Weather app. It's free. It's powered by my friend Pete Michaels Traffic because he is, in fact, weather and traffic perfect together and at your fingertips. Keep you and your family safe. Just search Captain Accurate at the App Store and Google Play. Well, my name is David Aldrich. Some people call me Captain Accurate. It's not easy being accurate, so weather doesn't surprise you. We'll see you here next time. Take care.